good day. So, our lesson is about factoring of polynomials. So, we are going to factor different kinds of polynomials. Then, we are going to apply different kinds of factoring. Let us have first the review of simple factoring of numbers. So, we have here, find the greatest common factor or the GCF of the following numbers. This one is a simple factoring of numbers. We are going to find for the greatest factor of the given numbers. So, let us have the first one. We have 16 and 24. So, we are going to list all the factors of 24. When you say factors, all the numbers that you can divide to 16. So, we have 1. We can divide 1 to 16. 2. What else? We have 4. What else? We have 8. And then we have 16. That are the numbers that all we can divide to 16. How about 24? We have 1, 2, we have 3. We can divide 3 to 24. We have 4. We have 6. We have 8. Then we have 12. Then what else? We have 24. Yan. So those are the numbers that you can divide into 24. So what do you think is the greatest common factor? So, tingnan nyo lang yung magkamuka. Sino ba dyan yung may pinaka-highest number that are the same with 16 and 24? Factors that are the same with 16 and 24. So, as you can see, the greatest one is 8. Yan. So, therefore, our GCF is 8. Is it clear? Next tayo. Let us have 25 and 50. So, we have here 25 and then 50. Let us list all the factors of 25. We have 1, 5, and then 25. So, those are the numbers that we can divide into 25. How about 50? We have 1, we have 2, next we have 5, next we have 10, next, we can divide 25 into it. And then, we have 50. So, that are the numbers that you can divide into 50. And now, so, what is the greatest common factor? What is the greatest factor? Pinakamataas. So, that is 25. So, that is our GCF. Okay? So, 25 is the greatest common factor of 25 and 50. So, let's move with another example. What if the given is variables? So, how will you find for the greatest common factor of the given variables? Okay. And this time, if we have a given variables, so, hanapin mo lang yung pinakamababa. Mas mababa yung exponent. Alright? So, kapag exponent yung pinakamababa yung kukunin mo. For example, we have here x cubed and then x raised to 5. So, what is common with them? So, sila parehas ay merong x cubed. Okay? So, si x raised to 5, dadaan siya kay x cubed. Pero si x cubed, hindi na niya madadaanan si x raised to 5. Kaya, ang greatest common factor niya is x cubed. So, yung may pinakamababang exponent ang kukunin kapag variable. What if we have y raised to 4, then y squared? So, we have y squared. Okay? So, that is the greatest common factor of the given variable. Alright? Another one. What if we have number 4? A raised to cube, b raised to 4, c raised to the 5th, and a, b, c raised to 6. What if we have d? Yeah. So, now, what's common? A cube and a. So, syempre, we have here a, pinakamababa. B raised to 4, then b. Okay? So, we have b, mas mababa. C raised to 5, then c raised to 6. So, we have here c raised to 5. Hey, how about this one? There's a d in the second given, then dito walang given. May common ba? So, therefore, wala tayong common kasi wala ka namang letter D dun sa kabilang side. Alright? So, our factor is A, B, C raised to 5. Is it clear? Let's move with different kinds of factoring. So, we have the first one, factoring of the greatest monomial factor. This is the simplest factoring that we can apply in polynomials. So, the first one, we have the factoring the greatest monomial factor. You are going to find for the greatest factor of the given polynomials. Alright? So, let's start with the numbers. We have negative 20 and then 12. What is the number that you can divide to 20 and 12? The highest or the greatest number that you can divide to 20 and 12. Okay? So, the greatest number that you can divide to 20 and 12, let us have. We have here negative 20 and then we have here 12. So, let us divide. O, kahit positive na lang tayo. Doon na lang tayo sa positive. So, we have 20. The factors of 20 is 1, 2, 4, then 5. Then, we have here 10. Next, we have here 20. Next, how about 12? We have 1, 2, 3, then we have 4, then we have 6, then 12. Now, as you can see, what's the greatest one? So, as you can see, we have here 4. So, that's the greatest number that you can factor to 20 and 12. Okay? So, let us have right here, we have 4. Next, let us have the variable. X cubed, x raised to 5, and x cubed. X raised to 5, and then x cubed. So, piliin mo lang ulit yung mababa. So, that is x cubed. Bakit kaya ganon? Tingnan niyo x raised to 5. X raised to 5 means x times x times x times x times x. So, we have 5 x's here. Dito, x times x times x. So, these are the common. Tatlong x. So, that is x cubed. Okay? So, we write here x cubed. That's the common or the greatest monomial factor of this one. After you find it, you are going to divide the factor, then this one. Okay? 4 divided by negative 20, the answer is negative 5. Is it clear? Next. So, we have x raised to 5, baliktad pala, sorry. X raised to 5 divided by x cubed. So, this one, negative 20 divided by 4, we have negative 5. X raised to 5 divided by x cubed. So, we have x raised to 5 divided by x cubed. When you are going to divide an exponent, copy the variable, then subtract the exponent. 5 minus 3, the answer is 2. So, negative 5x squared. Next, 12 divided by 4, the answer is positive. Positive 3. Next, x cubed divided by x cubed. The x cubed divided by x cubed is equal to 1. Diba? Cancellation. So, kung cancel na siya, 1 na lang siya. So, 3 times 1, 3 pa din. So, this is the answer. That's the factor. Is it clear? Let's move with another example. So, number 2. 8x cubed y raised to 4 plus 10x raised to 4 y raised to 5 minus 4x raised to 5 then y. So, by using greatest monomial factor, let us have 8, 10, 4. What is the greatest number that you can divide to 8, 10, and 4? So, we have 4. We have 2. 2 lang pala. Yan. Kasi si 4, hindi mo naman pwedeng i-divide yun kay 10. Okay? So, we have 2. 2 is the greatest common factor of 8, 10, and then 4. So, right here, 2. Next, x cubed, x raised to 4, x raised to 5. Anong mas mababa? We have x cubed, right? X cubed. Next, y raised to 4, y raised to 5, then y. Anong pinakamababa? So, we have here y. Okay? Next, lagyan ng open parentheses. We are going to divide now. So, this is the monomial. 8 divided by 2, the answer we have 4. Next, x cubed divided by x cubed, cancel na. So, no need to write. Next, y raised to 4 divided by y, the answer is y cubed. Is it clear? Next tayo, 4 minus 1, y cubed. Next, 10 divided by 2, the answer is plus. Just copy the sign. So, 10 divided by 2, we have 5. Next, x raised to 4 divided by x cubed, the answer is x. Next, y raised to 5 divided by y, the answer is y raised to 4. Copy the sign. Minus 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Then, x raised to 5 divided by x cubed, just subtract the exponent, we have x squared. Then, y raised to y divided by y, cancel lang yan, dahil 1 na lang yan. So, that is the answer. So, this is the factors of the given monomial factor. Of the given polynomials. Alright, let us have another one. 8x squared minus 4x. So, 8 and 4. So, the greatest common factor between 8 and 4, we have 4. Then, x squared and x. So, the greatest common factor, we have x. Then, open parentheses. Let us divide. 8 divided by 4, the answer here is 2. Then, x squared divided by x, the answer is x. 2 minus 1 tayo, we have x na lang. Then, minus 4x divided by 4x. Since parehas yan, the answer is 1. So, that's the answer. We have 4x times 2x minus 1. Paano nyo i-check kung tama ang sagot nyo? So, yung kabaliktaran ng factoring is multiplication. Diba? So, for us to check if your answer is correct, just have it, you are going to multiply 4x to 2x and 4x to negative 1. Okay? You are going to use distributive property. So, 4x times 2x. 4 times 2, we have 8. X times x, pag nagmumultiply ng variable with an exponent, copy the variable, then add the exponent. 1 plus 1, we have here 2. Then 4x times negative 1, the answer is negative 4x. As you can see, parehas po yan. Therefore, tama ang inyong factor. Is it clear? Now, let's move with another kind of factoring. Let us have the second one. We have factoring the difference of two squares. We have difference of two squares. Why difference of two squares? Meaning, the both given is a perfect square, right? Perfect square. So, you can find the square root of the two given. Okay? So, in the binomial. So, ito ay binomial kasi 2 terms tayo. Okay? So, 2 square. Difference. Why difference? Subtraction lagi ang nasa gitna. Okay? So, how will you factor this one? So, we have a given here of x squared minus y squared. So, for us to find the factor of this one, just find the square root of x squared. The square root of x squared, we have x. The square root of y squared, we have y. Alright? So, just have it x plus y, and another factor is x minus y. Okay? So, how will you check your work? So, this time, multiplication pa rin. Okay? So, by using FOIL method tayo. So, x times x, that is x squared. X times y, that is negative xy. Y times x, that is plus xy. Then, y times y, that is minus y squared. Etong negative xy plus xy, cancel na yan. 0 na yan. So, the answer is x squared minus y squared. Ayun yan. Is it clear? So, that is factoring of difference of 2 square. Okay? So, let us have an example pa. For example, x squared minus 4. X squared is a perfect square. Paano mo masasabing perfect square yung variable? Kung ang kanyang exponent ay divisible by 2, it is a perfect square. Is it clear? So, this one, 4 is a perfect square. May square root siya. Ang square root niya ay 2. Okay, now, so let us have factors. So, since difference, parehas na perfect square, we are going to use the difference of 2 square. What is the square root of x squared? Ang sagot dyan ay x and then x. Diba? Hinati mo yung x squared, we have x and x. Pag minultiply mo yan, that is x squared. Next tayo. What is the square root of 4? Okay, isang positive, isang negative. The square root of 4, we have 2 and then 2. So, that's the factor. Is it clear? Let us have the second example. What if we have x squared minus 25? Perfect square, perfect square. So, it is equal to factor, x squared ulit. We have here x and x. Then, factor, square root na 25, isang positive, isang negative. The answer is 5 and then 5. So, that is difference of 2 square. Let us have another example. What if I have x raised to 4, y raised to 4, minus 100. Okay? So, we have here, since ito ay divisible by 2, so, ang kanyang hati ay x squared at saka y squared. Yan. So, divide lang lagi sa 2 yung kapag variable. We have x squared and then y squared. Then, negative, we have a positive and a negative. 100 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 100? The answer is 10 and then 10. Okay? As you can see, ito, hindi na ito po pwedeng i-factor. Kasi si 10, hindi na siya perfect square. Alright? Let us have another example. We have y raised to 6 minus 36. Okay, perfect square ulit. Kasi divisible by 2. Divide mo lang yung 6 sa 2. So, ang hati niya ay y cube and then another y cube. Isang positive, isang negative. Anong square root ni 36? The answer is 6 and then 6. Okay, so that is difference of 2 square. Let's move with the next one. Let us have the third factoring. So, we have factoring the sum or difference of 2 cubes. So, this time, both numbers or both variables or both terms is a cube, a perfect cube. Kanina, terms with the perfect square but difference only. This time, pwedeng sum, pwedeng difference. So, here's the pattern. If you have a cube plus b cube, a cube and b cube are perfect cubes. Perfect cubes sila. Okay, so for us to find for the factors of the given sum of 2 cubes, so you are going to find the square root of a cube and b cube. Divide mo lang yan sa 3, yung kanyang exponent. So, we have here a cube, a plus b. So, square root ng a cube ay a, square root ng b cube ay b. Then, afterwards, square mo yung a, that is a squared. Next, kapag plus to, kailangan ang susunod na term ay minus or negative. Just multiply a times b, the answer is ab. Alright? Then, C, last term, we have b, just square b, the answer is b squared. Okay? Next tayo, what if minus or difference? A cube minus b cube. So, square root mo ulit. So, square root ni a cube is a. Then, copy the minus sign. Then, square root ni b cube ay b. Okay? Next, square mo ulit. Square ni a ay a squared. Next, multiply mo to. Kapag negative to, susunod dapat ay positive. So, a times b, we have ab. Then, square b squared. So, we have b squared. What if we have now the example here? So, we have here plus. So, kailangan yung second term dun sa susunod na factor natin is negative. So, we have x cubed plus 8. So, this one is a perfect cube. Parehas na perfect cube. So, the factors of cube root of x cubed is x. Just copy plus. Cube root ni 8, we have 2. Why 2? 2 times 2, 4 times 2, we have 8. So, the answer is 2. Tatlong beses mo multiply yung 2 sa kanyang sarili, the answer is 8. Therefore, the cube root of 8 is 2. Then, dito tayo, steps. Square ni x, we have x squared. Since positive to, kailangan negative yung susunod. Multiply mo tong dalawa. 2 times x, the answer is 2x. The next one, we have here, square mo yung 2. The answer is plus 4. So, that's the answer. Next tayo. What if we have y raised to 6 minus 1? 1 is a perfect cube. Y raised to 6 is the perfect cube kasi divisible siya sa 3. Okay? So, cube root ni y raised to 6. So, divide mo lang yan sa 3 kasi cube tayo. So, that is y divided by 3y squared. Then, minus cube root ni 1, 1 pa rin. Yan. Next tayo, dito ka na. Square mo si y squared, the answer is y raised to 4. Multiply mo itong dalawa. Since negative to, kailangan susunod ay plus. 1 times y squared, the answer is y squared. Next, this one. Square mo yung 1, the answer is plus 1. Ganun lang kasimple. Isa pa. We have x raised to 9. Okay. Paano naman kung minus 27? Yan. They are both perfect cube ulit. Perfect cube. Kasi si 9 divisible by 3. Si 27 is a cube root. Makukuha mo yung cube root niya by 3. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. So, the cube root of 27 is 3. Okay? So, we have here x raised to 9, that is x cube. Divide mo lang sa 3. Minus 27 tayo Cube root ni 27, we have 3. Pag tatlong beses mo na multiply yung 3 sa kanyang sarili, the answer is 27. So, we have here 3. Then, square mo to. So, x raised to 3 squared. So, 6 yun. X raised to 6. Tignan niya. X cube raised to 2. Yan. Multiply yan. Kapag naka-raise. So, then, we have here minus. So, therefore, we have here plus. Multiply mo to. 3 times x cube. The answer is x cube. Next, square mo yung 3. 3 squared. The answer is plus 9. Okay. So, that is factoring of sum or difference of two cubes. Let's move with the next one. Factoring a perfect square trinomial. So, that's the fourth one. So, we have here the pattern of x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So, perfect square trinomial. How will you say so that it is a perfect square trinomial? So, trinomial, 3 terms tayo dapat ang given. Then, tandaan nyo, yung dapat na dalawang dulo niya is a perfect square. Alright? Perfect square. Then, afterwards, pag minultiply mo yung, pag nakuha mo yung perfect square niya, square root niya, minultiply mo sa 2, yun dapat yung gitna. Diba? So, kapag minultiply mo yung x times y, then multiply sa 2, the answer is 2xy. Tignan yan. Same with this one. Yun nga lang, maiba yung sign, magiging minus siya. So, ang titingnan nyo lagi, yung dalawang dulo, kung siya ay perfect square, then, pag minultiply nyo yung square root nila times 2, kailangan ang sagot ay yung nasa gitna. That is a perfect square trinomial. Okay? For example, tayo. Let's have an example. We have here a given of x squared plus 6x plus 9. So, let us determine if is it a perfect square trinomial. So, x squared is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square. When you find the square root of 9, the answer is 3. 3 times 2, ang sagot dyan ay 6. Tama? So, this one. X squared minus 4x plus 2. When you find the square root of 4, the answer is 2. When you multiply 2 to 2, the answer is 4. Tama ulit. So, we have here 64. 64, square root ni 64, we have 8. 8 times 2, the answer is 16. Tama ulit. Then, this one, 100. Square root ni 100 ay 10. When you multiply 10 into 2, the answer is 20. Okay? So, yun lang yan. So, let us find the factors now. So we have here x cubed plus 6x plus 9. So this are confirmed a perfect square trinomial. So since a perfect square trinomial na siya, so find the square root of x squared na lang. X. Then just copy the sign plus. Next, square root ni 9, we have 3. Then squared. Tapos na. Next tayo. We have here square root ni x squared. We have x. Copy the sign here. Minus. Square root ni 4, we have 2. So, we have squared. Tapos. Next tayo. Square root ni y squared. We have y. Square root ni 64. We have plus 8. Squared. Bakit plus? Kasi plus dito. Next tayo. Square root ni x squared. We have x. Then, square root ni 100. We have minus 10. Why minus? Kasi minus dito. So, x minus 10 squared. That is a perfect square trinomial. Right? Next tayo. Let us have the fifth one. Let's move with the fifth one. Factoring by trial and error. So, trial and error, or in short, TAE. T-A-E. Yan. So, we have here, as you can see, the given is x squared plus 5x plus 4. Diba si x squared ay perfect square? Yes. Si 4 ay perfect square. So, pwede nating i-apply yung nauna kanina. So, hindi po pwede po. Bakit? The square root of 4 is 2. When you multiply 2 times 2, the answer is 4, not 5. Okay? So, this time, you are going to use trial and error. So, pa-factor natin si x squared. So, magta-try tayo ng mga factors. Kung saan tatama ang multiplication natin, yung kanyang FOIL method to this trinomial. So, we have the factor of x squared is x and x. Okay? So, since positive naman yan lahat, so, plus yes sign ng ating gagamitin lahat. So, wala tayong magiging negative kasi positive siya lahat. Now, this one, try ka ng factors ni 4. What are the factors of 4? The factors of 4, when you multiply the two numbers, the answer is 4. So, 4. Ang sagot, we have pwedeng 1 at saka 4, pwedeng 2 and 2. Now, what are those factors na kapag pinag-add mo, ang sagot ay 5? So, definitely, the answer is 1 and 4. When you add 1 and 4, the answer is 5. So, just write here 1 and just write here 4. So, how will you check your work? So, ang kabaliktaran ni trial and error is FOIL method. So, let us have x times x, we have x squared. X times 4, we have plus 4x. 1 times x, we have here x. 1 times 4, the answer is plus 4. Combine. 4x plus x. So, we have x squared plus 5x plus 4. Is it correct? Okay. So, therefore, our factors of x plus 1 times x plus 4 is correct. Okay? So, clear? That is trial and error. Let us have another example. We have x squared plus 9x plus 20. Okay, x squared plus 9x plus 20. Let us have the factors. Factor ni x squared, we have x and x. Now, let us have 20. Since positive siya lahat, we are going to use both positive numbers. So, we have 9 and then we have 20. We have here 20. Factors of 20. Let's write all the numbers that we can factor with 20. So, dalawang number. We have 20 and 1. 1 times 20, we have 1. Next, we have 4 and then 5. Ano pa? Meron pa ba? So, yan lang naman. So, now, pili ka ng number. Pag in-add mo dun dalawa, ang sagot ay 9. So, the answer is 4 and 5. So, we have plus 4 here and then plus 5. Ma'am, pwede po magkabaliktad? Yes, pwede po yan magkabaliktad. Wala pong kaso dun. Okay, so this is the factors of x squared plus 9x plus 20. They're clear. Next tayo, let us have the third one. What if we have x squared plus 3x? 3x, x squared plus 5x. plus 6. Ayan. X squared plus 5x plus 6. So, let us find the factors. We have x and x. Since positive lahat, gamit ka ng plus sign parehas. Factors of 6. Pag inad mo, ang sagot ay 5. Diba, meron ng factors ng 6 ay 6 and 1, tsaka 3 and 2. So, 3 plus 2, the answer is 5. So, the answer is plus 3 and plus 2. Alright? Ngayon, dun tayo sa may negative sign naman. This one, we have here negative sign at the middle term. Okay, what if there is a negative sign in the middle term? How will you factor this one? So, if there is a middle sign and then the last term is a positive, your factor should be both negative. Alright? Kapag positive yung lahat, both positive. But if the number at the middle sign is negative, they are both negative. Is that clear? Negative, negative. Factors of x squared, we have x and x. Now, what are the factors of 5? Factor of 5 is 5 and 1 only. If you add 5 plus 1, the answer is 6. Since they are both negative, negative at negative yan. Kaya po yan negative at negative kasi negative yung 6. When you add this one, negative 5 minus 1, the answer is negative 6. Is it clear? Kaya there are both negative. So, we have negative 5 and negative 1. So, that's the factor. Is it clear? Next tayo, we have here, factor ni x squared, we have x and x. Next, factors of 12. When you add it, we have 7. We have factors of 12, we have 12 and 1, and then we have 6 and 2, and then we have 3 and 4. So, since they are both negative, dapat negative lahat yan. Pag inad natin to, ang sagot dito ay negative 13. So, mali to. Pag inad natin to, the answer here is negative 8. So, wrong pa rin. When you add negative 3 plus 4, the answer is negative 7. Correct na siya. So, the factor here is minus 3 and minus 4. So, this is now your factors. Is it clear? What if naman pareha siyang negative or yung isa ay negative? What if we have both negatives here? At the end or at the third term, they are negative. This time, you know what should be the positive one or the negative one. So, for example, we have x squared minus x minus 12. So, let us have the factors. Two factors again. So, factors of x squared, we have x and x. Now, factors of 12. Let us list all the factors of 12. Kapag ganito siya, ang nasa dulo ay negative, yung isa ay negative, yung isa ay positive. Yan, lagi yan ha. Pag ang negative sign ay nasa middle, ito ay positive lahat, both negative. Pag silang dalawa ay both positive, positive parehas to. Since ang negative sign ay nasa third term, one positive, one negative. Is it clear? So, we have here 12. Factors of 12, let us list. We have 1 and 12. We have 6 and 2. And then, we have 3 and 4. Now, kailangan daw yung isa ay positive, yung isa ay negative. Since negative yung nasa gitna niya, kailangan yung highest number yung negative. So, since highest number is 12, negative to. Ito ay positive. Ito ay negative, ito ay positive. Ito ay negative, ito ay positive. Then, when you add it 1, the answer should be negative 1. When you add 1 plus negative 12, the answer here is negative 11. Mali. Hindi lumabas si negative 1. Negative 6 plus 2, the answer here is negative 4. Mali ulit. Hindi lumabas si negative 1. When you add 3 minus 4, the answer is negative 1. So, this one is the correct one. So, it meaning plus 3 and minus 4. So, that's the factor. Is it clear? Next tayo. We have another one. X and X. We have here 10. Nasa dulo. So, negative ulit. So, we have 1 positive, 1 negative. So, we have here factors of 10. We have 10 and 1. Then, 5 and 2. So, since positive naman to, kailangan the higher number should be positive. So, higher number is 10 plus yan. Yung isa ay negative. Ito ay plus. Ito ay negative. So, when you add this one, negative 10 plus negative 1, the answer is positive 9. This one, 5 minus 2 or positive 5 plus negative 2, the answer is positive 3. So, this one is the correct one. So, we have plus 5 and minus 2. So, that's the factor. Is it clear? Next tayo, we have here this one. We have factors of x squared. We have x and x. We have here 3. The factors of 3. Isa lang naman, 1 at saka 3. Since positive to, kailangan yung higher number ang positive. Higher number is positive, then this one is negative. Pag ito negative, the higher number should be negative. Is it clear? So, the answer is, if you are going to add this one, the answer is 2. Lumabas yun. So, we have here plus 3, then minus 1. Ma'am, pwede po magkabaliktad? Yes, pwede po. So, that is how will you factor by using trial and error. Let's move with the last kinds of factoring. Let us have the last one, factoring by groupings. So, in this one, you are going to group the terms with common terms. Group. Okay? So, when you say groupings, lalagyan lang natin siya, isa-separate lang natin siya by using open and close parentheses with common terms. Let us have this one. We have AB plus BC plus CD plus AD. As you can see, AB plus BC have a common terms. What are common terms? We have B. And then CD plus AD, we have a common terms, which is D. Alright? So, group lang natin by using open and close parentheses. So, we have A, B, plus B, C. Then, plus, we have here C, D, plus A, D. Okay? Then, next one. Find the common. What is common with AB plus BC? The common here is B. So, yung B, factor mo, labas mo. So, we have B here. Then, divide. AB divide B, answer is A. Plus BC divide B, the answer here is C. Next, plus. Common with A, CD, and AD. Common here is D. Right here, D. So, we have here, divide. CD divided by D, the answer is C. Plus AD divided by D, the answer is A. As you can see, we have here A plus C and C plus A. They are just the same. Pag binaliktad mo, diba? They are just the same. So, ang common ulit sa kanila is A plus C. So, the factor here is A plus C. Common to. Then, divide mo ulit. B times A plus C divided by A plus C, ang natitira lang is B. So, right here, B. Then, A plus D times C plus A divided by A plus C, natitira doon is D plus D. So, this is the factor. Is it clear? Let us have another example. So, we have 8MT plus 12BT minus 10MK minus 15BK. Okay? So, let us group this one. Kasi meron namang common terms. So, you have T here and common terms here, which is K. So, we have 8MT plus 12BT. Next, we have yung negative, labas na natin para parehas na gawin na natin yung positive. Because since negative yung ginamit natin, pag dinivide mo to magiging positive na. So, 10MK. And this one, pag dinivide mo, magiging positive na. That is 15BK. Kasi pag minultiply mo yung negative sa loob, magiging negative 10, and this one is negative. Alright? Pag may negative ganoon, mag-change ka ng sign kapag kayo maglalagay ng open and close parentheses. So, what is common with 8 and 12? So, we have here 4. Labas mo yung 4, and then MT and BT common is T. That is it. Then, divide. 8MT divided by 40. 8 divided by 4, we have 2. Then, the variable, ang natitira is M. Plus, 12BT. 12 divided by 4, the answer here is 3. Then, BT divided by T, the answer is B. Next tayo, minus. Common with 10 and 15. So, we have here 5. M and K, MK and BK, common is K. Then, divide. So, 10MK divided by 5K, the answer is 2M. Then, we have here 15BK divided by 5K, we have plus 3B. Okay, may common ulit, si 2M plus 3B. So, we have 2M plus 3B, that's common. Then, just divide, ang matitira ay si 4K minus 5K. So, that's the another 40 minus 5K. So, that's the another factor. So, that is how will you group by grouping. So, makikita nyo naman kung saan siya ina-apply. Kapag groupings, marami kang variable na makikita, then we have the same or common to itself, to the given itself. Alright? So, that is the different kinds of factorings. So, we have 6 forms. So, that factoring, we are going to apply this one and solving the equation of polynomials. Alright? So, that is in the next topic. The equation of polynomials or polynomial equation.